Hey guys, what's going on? It's DaleyGaming here, and I am back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2, the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, but not just the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod. It is the Galaxy at War mod plus an add-on for First Order Troopers. Now, hopefully I remember to put the link to the mod in the description. If I don't, please remind me. Sometimes I am a forgetful klutz. But either way, this is... Okay, this guy's out of place, but whatever. This is such an awesome add-on. Look how beautiful these characters look. Seriously, seriously cool. And, oh God, it's so badass. This is on a... I think it's supposed to be a Tatooine Imperial base. But I'm saying it's going to be taken over by the First Order. So the First Order has claimed it as their own, and they've set up on this base, and they're defending against the resistance over here. Now there isn't that I could find. I'm sure there might be, there probably is, but I couldn't find a resistance add-on. But I mean, these urban rebels look just so much like the resistance. I think that's why it's hard to find, is because rebels are honestly, they're just the resistance. It's the same thing essentially. But these First Order dudes do look absolutely epic. We've got them lined up all along here and here, over here. They've got some of these turrets. The resistance doesn't have any tanks, and that's simply because there aren't bazooka men for the First Order. Maybe later on I'll try making some for my own purposes, but for now I just thought we'd do an infantry battle and check out the glory of that. Here we have Captain Phasma right here, and then she's also got some of these Cardinal Troopers with her. At least I think that's what they are. I don't know the lore of these guys very much. I think they're just guards or something like that, but they're called Cardinals. Or maybe Cardinal is like its own person, but I'm assuming they're guards of some sort. So they're with Captain Phasma there. And essentially their mission here is just to hold out. I'm planning on doing much more with this First Order add-on because I think it's just super, super cool. I've gotten a lot of requests to do like Stormtroopers versus First Order and Clone Troopers versus First Order, so expect some of that. Oh, by the way, these guys here are on free move mode, so they might retreat or they might go forward. Everyone else is on hold move mode except for the Resistance, who are on no retreat mode, so they won't run away. Either way, this is going to be a pretty epic battle. I'm super excited to see it, and let's just get it underway. Let's start with by looking at the First Order here, because obviously these guys are what we're here for, because they're so cool. We've seen Rebels before. Alright, I'm putting it in slow-mo just for the start. Let's go ahead and press start. Alright. And immediately, there is fire everywhere. Both sides just trying their best to wipe out the enemy. There is a huge number of Resistance troopers, but also a very, very large chunk of First Order troopers. These guys who are on free move mode here are kind of clumping together awkwardly, just attempting to, I don't know, get the upper hand or something like that. One of the Cardinals went down. Captain Phasma's still alive. It'd be interesting to see how she does. Yeah, she just went down. I think these guys on the front line are going to be very easy targets. It does look like some of these free move troopers are backing up after the initial slaughter there. First Order does have some snipers, as we see right here with this guy. And they've also got some machine guns. Let's see if we can't find a machine gun. I think there are some over here somewhere. Well, they've obviously got these machine gun turrets, like this guy. Oh, here we go. Here's one of the machine guns they've got right here. I don't know. Oh, there's two more right here together. I don't know exactly what they're called, but I'm sure the lore is out there. I don't know a ton about like The Force Awakens and the new movie lore, not as much as I know about the prequels and of course the original trilogy, so I'm gonna have to learn some more about that. Either way, the Resistance is putting up a very, very good fight, actually wiping out a good number of the First Order troops. I stacked on a lot of Resistance members because I thought the First Order positions here were just super strongly enforced that I was worried they would just hold out super well. But it looks like they're getting shot up pretty good. But they're still holding. They're still holding out. Let's go ahead and turn off slow mode right here. The very back base here is still holding its own, firing away. Except they're taking a lot of fire as well. I like how these random guys are running around like frantically trying to get positions. It's kind of funny. Looks like a couple of them must have taken up position here, and then as well as the front here. A lot of them going down too. Let's see, are there any people left alive over here? Yeah, it does look like there's a couple, but they're getting picked off pretty easily. Rocket launchers going off. Oh, this guy mans the turret and then immediately gets shot off. That's tough for him. The resistance is pushing forward. They obviously really did not want the First Order to establish a good base here. But the First Order does have some troops here. These are actually executioner troops here, these guys, and I think they look just so cool that I added them in. So they're chilling in that bunker there. We'll see what they end up doing. Captain Phasma and her guards are dead there. Still a couple of First Order guys here. They're just waiting for the resistance to get closer. The men in the base are really the only front line we've got left, besides our little sneaky beaky dudes in here. Do these guys actually have grenades? We'll see soon enough if they end up throwing any. But we're just waiting on them to actually get engaged in some fighting. These guys back here are still fighting. Oh yeah. Oh, their blasters are so weird looking. They're like, I don't like how they put white on them. It makes them look too much like a Nerf gun or something like that. I wish their blasters were all black, like the stormtrooper ones. I don't know how I feel about the First Order design. I think it's definitely my least favorite of sort of like the Star Wars battle designs, if you get my meaning. Like, we've got stormtroopers, we've got clone troopers, we've got battle droids, we've got First Order troopers, sort of like the armies of Star Wars. I think the First Order is by far my least favorite design. They're just kind of weird looking. Their helmets especially. I think the clone troopers are by far my favorite. Stormtroopers and battle droids are sort of tied in the middle, I'd say. Here's one of the snipers, obviously aiming up a shot of some sort. See if he picks anyone off. And the resistance is moving closer and closer forward. These guys obviously got naded. We missed that. Sorry about that. I feel like I haven't been focusing on the resistance, but like, I mean, we've seen these rebels in many, many videos, and I was just excited to see some of the First Order troopers in action. So we'll zoom in on these guys a little bit. Let's see, are these guys dead in here? Yeah, they got heavily invaded. Alright. Either way, sort of the last group of First Order troopers is making their stand in here. Still getting a few kills here and there, but like, seriously getting overwhelmed. There goes that sniper we were talking about earlier, and that might be it. Oh no, there's actually some First Order troopers retreated all the way back to their ships, but you know, I take it most of the ships have already taken off. Let's just say that this ship here and this one here are locked. The people in them are not giving them up. So these 5 fine First Order troopers, they're left on their own. They're not allowed to evacuate. They have to stay and fight. So let's see what we can do with these guys. Any of them like snipers or MGs? Nope, they're all just standard units. Can we get them up here? No, we can't. Okay. I don't know. I say we wait till, yeah, the rebels or resistance, whatever, same thing, are starting to back off a little bit. So let's crouch down these guys. Let's crawl them forward. We're gonna crawl them forward and see if we can't get some grenading done. So let's see what the kit is like for these guys. So they've got 5 med packs, which is standard. They've got, what is this called? This is just an E11 blaster. Is that canon? Do the First Order have E11 blasters? I'm not sure. And they've got 4 thermal detonators too. So not too shabby. Okay. So here they go. They're engaging. Really a fight for their lives. Kind of futile though. And yeah, there goes the last one. They took out a couple of rebels. Well, we go ahead and check out the battlefield here. This is really just sort of the first of many battles I'm going to be doing with these First Order troops, because I plan on doing so many more. I'm really excited about this. Still so many resistance troops left. We could run it again, actually. Yeah, why don't we do that? But first, let's check out the totals here. A lot of dead resistance, like a good amount of dead resistance, but also all of the First Order died. Yeah, why don't we go ahead and run it one more time real quick, just for the heck of it, so we can watch it again. This time I'll delete more resistance fighters. Yeah, okay. So, let's get rid of, like, a good amount so we can make it a fair fight. Like, a good number here. That's like half their force. Alright, so they're down to, like, a lot less. A lot less. Alright, well, just one sec. Let me Real quick, just get off of that mode. There we go, perfect. Sorry, my computer's acting up. Okay, we'll go ahead and press start. We won't go in slow-mo for this one. But here we go, first order fighting. Yeah, so I'm going to do a lot more of these videos with these guys. I think they're just so cool, and I'm really excited to get to using them. Those rocket launchers coming in fast. I think one thing I'm definitely going to do is Clone Troopers versus First Order, as well as Stormtroopers versus First Order, because that has been highly, highly requested. That one rocket launcher just took out so many men. Those rockets are really coming in. We can see a couple of the First Order MGs here firing away. Super, super effective, actually. Those things are pretty terrible to fight against. And then we've got our standard MG here, which doesn't actually do that much. Oh, there's Captain Phasma. And she's just kind of running around. I heard there was like a whole book about Captain Phasma. Oh, she died. There's a whole book about Captain Phasma that was released recently. I'm kind of interested in reading it, but at the same time I don't care much for the newest installment of Star Wars. Like, I really like The Force Awakens, but like, I want to wait until the next movies come out because I'm not super invested in it. Because I feel like the first one was just a carbon copy of Star Wars, you know, A New Hope. And I did not appreciate that as much. Like, I liked what J.J. Abrams did by sticking to the story, but like, he didn't make it new enough. There was a freaking Death Star, for heck's sake. Like, come on, he could have changed it a little bit, I feel. But so yeah, I'm gonna wait a bit to get like really engulfed in it, like I did with the prequels and, you know, regular Star Wars. I feel the prequels are super underrated. Yeah, the first one and the second one, like, they're boring, and it's just because of the way they were told, and like, the actors weren't that great. Some of them were phenomenal. But I just feel like it just wasn't what it should have been. So, I don't know, I'm gonna... Well, but then, like, Episode 3 was awesome. I loved Episode 3. That was a fantastic movie. And I like the idea of the prequels. The whole way it was set up and, like, the way it was done in, like, the Clone Wars TV show, that was great. And I feel like I want to see more of that. I want to see more of that prequel. You know, Episode 3, the Clone Wars, those things. Those were epic, and I really got engulfed in them. The clones were awesome. And I don't think we saw enough of them. And then, of course, the original trilogy I love. It's so great. And there's this book, there's series coming out called Aftermath, I've heard of as well, that they really go into detail about, like, the aftermath of the Empire. And I want to read some of those. I've seen some videos on them, and I hear they're a really good read, and they're really pretty cool. So yeah, I might go ahead and do that. Either way, the First Order is holding on much, much better this time around, suffering far fewer losses. Let's see. Yeah, the rebels are down to like a minuscule number, so we're gonna push up these guys and these guys as well, and reinforce the front line here. And then actually these guys out here, they might as well just charge these rebels. They've got the numbers on them. We'll charge undercover. So they've got numbers on these guys. They can totally take them out. A couple of them going down, but the others getting some sufficient fire on them. Maybe they're not actually able to. I don't think we had any MGs in this group of First Order troops that we just sent forward, so it was a little rough going against like some rebel MGs and snipers. So we're gonna call in reinforcements for them, and then these rebels over here are popping up. I keep calling them rebels. I know they're resistance, whatever. Like, come on, they're the same thing. It annoys me that they just didn't call them the rebels again. Like, they took so much from the original. Like, I feel it's the same. These guys over here, they'll go down soon enough. How's these? Alright, those are down. Why don't we do a full frontal assault on this side too, with the remaining First Order troops. So the second run of this battle definitely did a lot better, with the First Order doing almost a complete sweep. And here they come marching forward. Oh, these guys look so cool. I don't know. I think they look so cool to me because they're new and they're fresh. But like, I still think the clones look cooler. I still think stormtroopers look a little cooler. I don't know. I think this design it's neat. But I feel like I don't love it as much as the other ones. But I mean, the way they did the textures on these guys, they do look so cool. Like in this game. Like, the modder did such a good job. Alright, we'll just run some troops forward here. Up and at 'em, boys. Alright. By the way, guys, if you want to check the description for my Discord or my merch shop or my Patreon or anything like that, go ahead and check that out. Either way, this battle looks like it has come to an end now. First Order suffered heavy losses, but ended up victorious this time around. There's one lone rebel over there. Maybe he's going to escape and get back up or something like that. Either way, expect some more First Order Trooper battles. Tell me what you want to see them fighting and stuff like that down below, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.